Good morning, all you readers. All right, this morning we're going to focus on some word blends, some consonant blends. But before we talk about consonants, we've got to review our vowels. So let's go through our vowels. A is a vowel. A says A and A. E, E, ed, E. So E says E and E. I and I. O says O and aw. I like to say it's like an opera singer. O says aw. Then we have U. U likes to work out and it pulls up. So U says U and So those are all our vowels. So let's think about what is a consonant. B, C, D, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And sometimes Y does act like a vowel, but most of the time it's a consonant. So if we know that those are our vowels and our consonants, we're going to focus here on some words we're going to see in this week's book. And we're going to practice some of these consonant blends, and then we're going to tap them. We have the word flop. So with these consonant blends, these letters still say their own name. They still say their own sound, but then they blend together. So let's tap it. L, ah, p, flop, flop. Sp, sp, ah, t, spot. Let's try another one. St, st, like Ed, st, stems. S, n, a, k, and ck at the end of the word says one sound. It is not a consonant blend. I'm going to circle it so we can see it better. Snack, snack. And let's try one more. These two E's together make this a long vowel. So with the long vowel, E is going to say its name. So s, sl, e, p, sleep. So we were able to practice some words that we're going to see in our book together. So let's take a look at this week's book together. I'm going to get it ready here and I'm going to put it up on the screen. And it is loading. Oh goodness. Let's try it again. Oh no. So we're just going to have to take a look at it a different way, because that's what problem solvers do. Sometimes we have to be flexible in our learning. So this week's book is the book called Apes. So we've already read this together when I posted on Monday. So we've already read this together once. Let's take a look back through and investigate to see if we can see any of those blended words. And as we are reading, we're thinking about an ape's habitat. Why is a forest a great place for an ape to live? Yeah, because Yeah, the forest has shelter. A forest has food. A forest has water. It has space. And those are all great parts of a habitat. Habitats have food, water, shelter, they have space, and they have air. Those are the 5 great parts of having a habitat. All right, so let's do a quick read together. We'll read it at the same time. So I'm going to read here. You're going to read at your house. This land has hills and vines. It is wet. It has lots of shade. It is just right for apes. So in my brain, I'm storing what makes this a great place for apes to live. It has hills, it has vines, it has shade, it is wet. Apes feed on seeds and bite stems. So in my brain, I'm thinking it has seeds, it has stems, and those are both things that apes can eat. Figs are nice snacks too. Apes pick big figs to feed on. You're right. I saw one of those consonant blends. I saw the word snacks and we saw the word stems. Great work. And we also learned that figs make a great snack. Let's try this next page. Apes like to play. They hop. Oh, there's another one of those consonant words, consonant blended words. Flop, flop, poke, and nip. Apes do not play when the sun sets. At that time, apes pick sticks to make nest. Why do you think they're making nest? Are they going to lay eggs? Let's find out. Why do they make nests? Apes must pick a safe spot where big cats cannot get them. Then they can sleep. Sleep well, apes. So that's why they make a nest. So they have a safe spot to sleep. It's not to lay eggs. They're not birds, they're mammals. They have fur. And their babies drink milk. And those are 2 characteristics of what makes a mammal. Fur, babies drink milk. Yeah. So let's think back to our question. What makes a forest a good place for apes to live? It has shelter, and we now know that that shelter are the nests up in the trees to keep them safe from big cats. They have food. Can you name the food that we learned about in the book? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Seeds, stems, and figs. It has space. Why do apes need space? Yeah, the book told us. They need space to play. They like to hop, flop, poke, and nip. What does it mean to nip? Yeah, a synonym for nip would be to bite. They like to bite. So we know that they need space for playing. They have their shelter, their big nest up in the tree. Their food are stems, seeds, and figs. Their water. Where do you think their water comes from? It doesn't tell us much in the book, does it? It just tells it that the forest is wet. So it might be from rain. Yeah. And the last thing was air. Where do they get air from? Surrounded in trees. So just breathing in. Breathing in is where they get their air. So this week in your packet, your response to your reading is to draw an animal in its habitat. I'm personally going to draw an ape because I just learned so much about apes and I can draw the 5 parts of a habitat. I would be able to draw my tree, and then I have my nest in my tree. And the story also told us about hills and vines. And then in my picture, I'd also have some seeds, some stems, and some figs. I might have a picture of one of the apes rolling around on the grass playing and one up in the tree to show that they can be in different places. So that's what my drawing is going to feature this week. And if you're reading along with me and you're completing your reading challenge from the library, you can actually mark off that you learned about an endangered animal because apes are endangered. Did you know that? They are endangered because they are cutting forests down to put things like houses and farms to make food. And because those forests are getting cut down, they have smaller and smaller habitats to live in. So that is our reading time together today. Make sure to go back and reread the book on your own now and work on your habitat drawing. And we did learn about that word nip, so you can complete that activity on page 23 as well. To nip means to bite or to squeeze or to pinch. And it's an action word. So that means it is a verb. Verbs give us action. They tell us if something is moving or doing something. To nip is to do something. All right. Great work, readers.